Ladies and gentlemen, esteemed guests and friends, today I stand before you to talk about a simple yet profound concept: dig deeper. On the surface, these two words may appear straightforward, but when we reflect on them, we realize they hold great significance in every aspect of our lives. To truly understand the concept of digging deeper, we first need to recognize that it goes beyond the simple act of looking at something and accepting it at face value. We live in a world that is often fast-pacing and driven by instant gratification. Information is readily available, and decisions are often made quickly based on first impressions. But when we take a step back and commit to digging deeper, we allow ourselves to engage with the world in a more thoughtful and meaningful way. It's about slowing down, questioning what we know, and exploring the layers that lie beneath the surface. When we only look at something from the surface, we tend to miss important details and nuances. Take a moment to think about how often we make judgments based on initial appearances. Whether it's a person, a situation, or even a concept, the first glance often leads to conclusions that are incomplete or, at worst, misleading. For example, when we see someone dressed in a certain way, we might make assumptions about their background or lifestyle without ever considering the full picture. The same holds true for challenges we face in life. A problem that seems straightforward at first might reveal itself to be far more complex if we only look at it from a deeper perspective. To truly understand something, we need to dig deeper and ask more questions. What are the underlying factors contributing to a particular situation? Why does something work the way it does? What are the historical, cultural, or psychological reasons behind certain behaviors or outcomes? By asking these questions, we are able to uncover layers that may have been overlooked and gain a more comprehensive understanding of what is truly at play. This is what it means to go beyond the surface. It's about seeking out the context and the connections that bring greater clarity and insight. For example, think about a challenging situation you faced in your own life. At first, it may have seemed like a simple obstacle, something that could be solved with a quick fix. But when you took the time to reflect, you may have realized that there were deeper emotions, past experiences, or external pressures influencing how you felt or responded to that situation. By digging deeper into those feelings and causes, you may have discovered new insights about yourself or the problem at hand, leading to more effective solutions. This process of digging deeper also invites us to explore different perspectives. It challenges us to step out of our comfort zones and consider viewpoints we might not have previously entertained. In many situations, our initial understanding is shaped by our own biases or limited experiences. But by digging deeper, we open ourselves to other ideas, viewpoints, and interpretations that may enrich our understanding. This is particularly important in a world that is increasingly interconnected and diverse. When we make the effort to understand the experiences of others, we not only become more empathetic, but also more aware of the complexities that shape the world around us. The act of digging deeper is not confined to personal situations. It's also essential in areas like education, science, and social issues. When scientists study a phenomenon, they don't simply accept the first set of results. They ask further questions, run more experiments, and analyze the data from multiple angles to uncover deeper truths. Similarly, in education, students who dig deeper into the subject matter don't just memorize facts for a test. They engage with the material, ask critical questions, and develop a more profound understanding of the topic. In society, digging deeper allows us to challenge assumptions and uncover truths about complex social issues. For example, issues like inequality, discrimination, and environmental degradation are often oversimplified by mainstream narratives. However, when we dig deeper, we begin to see the historical, economic, and political systems that have contributed to these challenges. This deeper understanding can lead to more informed actions and more meaningful efforts to address these issues. Digging deeper also promotes a sense of curiosity and wonder. It reminds us that the world is not as simple as it seems and that there is always more to discover. When we commit to looking beyond the surface, we open ourselves to new opportunities for learning and growth. This process may not always be easy, and it often requires time, effort, and patience. But the rewards of digging deeper, the insights, the understanding, and the personal growth are invaluable. In conclusion, digging deeper is about looking beyond the obvious and exploring the hidden layers that shape the world around us. It challenges us to question assumptions, seek out context, and embrace different perspectives. By doing so, we gain a deeper understanding of the things that matter most, whether in our personal lives, our relationships, or the larger world. Digging deeper is not just a skill, it is a mindset that encourages curiosity, growth, and meaningful engagement with life. Digging deeper is not just about examining the world around us, it is also about looking inward, reflecting on our own lives, thoughts, and emotions. The concept of self reflection is a key part of personal growth, and it is through the process of digging deeper into ourselves that we can truly understand who we are, what drives us, and how we can evolve. In a fast-paced world where external influences constantly demand our attention, it's easy to neglect our inner selves. However, when we take the time to reflect and dig deeper into our own thoughts and feelings, we gain clarity and insight that are crucial for our personal development. One of the most significant benefits of digging deeper into our inner selves is the ability to uncover our true desires and motivations. Often, we go through life reacting to situations without fully understanding why we make certain choices or feel certain emotions. We might think we want something only to realize later that it was not truly in alignment with our core values or long-term goals. By digging deeper, we give ourselves the space to question why we act the way we do, helping us uncover the underlying reasons behind our desires. This process allows us to recognize whether our actions are driven by authentic values or external pressures, which can ultimately guide us toward making more intentional and meaningful decisions. Moreover, digging deeper into ourselves helps us understand our strengths and weaknesses. We all have aspects of our personality and capabilities that are strengths, but we also have areas where we struggle or feel insecure. Self-reflection allows us to identify both. Recognizing our strengths gives us confidence and a sense of purpose, while acknowledging our weaknesses enables us to work on them or seek support where needed. When we dig deeper into who we are, we become more self-awareness, which is a critical step in both personal and professional growth. Knowing ourselves allows us to leverage our strengths more effectively and address areas that may be hindering our progress. In addition to uncovering our desires, strengths, and weaknesses, digging deeper into our emotional landscape is essential for managing and understanding our feelings. Emotions can often feel overwhelming, and it is easy to react impulsively without fully understanding what is driving them. But when we take the time to explore the source of our emotions, we are able to make sense of them and respond more thoughtfully. For example, feelings of anger might stem from a sense of injustice, while anxiety could be rooted in fear of the unknown. By digging deeper, we can recognize these emotional triggers and better manage our responses. This emotional intelligence is key to building resilience and navigating life's challenges with more composure and self-assurance. Another important aspect of self-reflection is understanding how our past experiences shape who we are today. We all carry the weight of our past, whether it be childhood experiences, past relationships, or failures we've endured. These experiences can influence our beliefs, behaviors, and even our perceptions of the world. When we dig deeper into our personal history, we can uncover how these experiences have shaped our current mindset and actions. By acknowledging the impact of our past, we can begin to heal and make conscious choices about how we want to move forward. It also allows us to recognize patterns in our behavior, such as repeating unhealthy habits or making the same mistakes, and empowers us to break free from them. The process of digging deeper into ourselves is also a path toward greater self-compassion. It's easy to be critical of ourselves when we fall short or when things don't go as planned. However, by reflecting on our actions with empathy and understanding, we can cultivate a healthier relationship with ourselves. Self-compassion involves accepting our flaws and mistakes without judgment, recognizing that we are all human and fallible. Digging deeper into our emotions and experiences helps us treat ourselves with the kindness and patience we would offer to a close friend facing similar challenges. Furthermore, digging deeper into our inner world allows us to align our actions with our values and purpose. As we grow and change, our values may evolve, and it is important to regularly reflect on whether our choices and behaviors are still in alignment with what truly matters to us. This sense of alignment brings a deep sense of fulfillment and direction, helping us live a life that is authentic and meaningful. When we are connected to our true selves, we are more likely to make decisions that lead to lasting happiness and success. In essence, digging deeper into ourselves is an ongoing process of self-discovery and growth. It requires us to slow down, reflect, and question the assumptions we hold about ourselves. Through this process, we uncover deeper truths about our desires, strengths, weaknesses, emotions, and experiences. This self-awareness is not only the foundation of personal growth, but also a key to living a more purposeful, resilient, and fulfilling life. By digging deeper into who we are, we open the door to continuous evolution and become better equipped to navigate the complexities of life with wisdom and authenticity. Digging deeper in the context of knowledge and learning is an essential practice that goes beyond memorization and surface level understanding. In an era of instant access to vast amounts of information, it is tempting to settle for quick answers and rely on superficial facts. However, true learning is not about simply absorbing information. It is about engaging with the material on a deeper level, questioning its validity, seeking connections, and developing a comprehensive understanding of the subject at hand. When we dig deeper into the subjects we study, we cultivate a mindset of critical thinking and intellectual curiosity, both of which are essential for lifelong learning and growth. At its core, digging deeper in knowledge means striving for understanding rather than mere memorization. In most traditional learning environments, students are encouraged to remember facts and reproduce them in exams. While this can be useful in certain situations, it is only the first step toward gaining true knowledge. To truly understand something, we must move beyond the surface level information and explore the underlying concepts, frameworks, and principles that govern it. For instance, learning about the human body is not just about memorizing the names of organs or systems. To dig deeper means understanding how these organs work together, how they affect each other, and how our lifestyle choices impact overall health. This deeper exploration allows us to truly grasp the material and apply it to real-life situations. In a world where information is constantly being updated and expanded, it's crucial to dig deeper into the sources of knowledge we encounter. Not all information is created equal, and simply accepting what we read or hear without questioning it can lead to misunderstanding or the spread of misinformation. For example, when we come across a news article or research paper, it is important to ask ourselves questions about the credibility of the source, the methodology used, and the context in which the information was produced. By digging deeper into the sources and questioning the information we encounter, we become more discerning consumers of knowledge and less likely to accept things at face value. Digging deeper also means seeking out connections between different pieces of knowledge. Often we approach learning in silos, viewing subjects as isolated from one another. However, in reality, all fields of knowledge are interconnected. A deeper understanding of any subject often requires us to draw upon insights and concepts from other disciplines. For example, to truly understand climate change, we need to understand not only environmental science, but also economics, politics, sociology, and history. By making connections between different areas of knowledge, we gain a more holistic understanding of complex issues and are better equipped to tackle them from multiple angles. Another important aspect of digging deeper in knowledge is the ability to question assumptions. In many areas of study, we are taught concepts and theories that have been accepted as truth for centuries. However, just because something has been believed for a long time does not mean it is necessarily true. Great discoveries and breakthroughs often come from questioning the status quo and challenging conventional wisdom. For instance, scientific progress has historically been driven by those who dared to challenge established beliefs and dig deeper into the mysteries of the universe. Whether it's questioning the validity of a theory, exploring alternative explanations, or conducting new experiments, digging deeper allows us to expand the boundaries of knowledge and foster innovation. Furthermore, digging deeper encourages intellectual humility. The more we explore a subject, the more we realize how much we don't know. This realization can be humbling, but it is also empowering. When we acknowledge the limits of our understanding, we become more open to learning and more willing to listen to others. This openness allows us to approach learning with curiosity and a willingness to embrace new ideas. In a world where new knowledge is constantly emerging, intellectual humility is crucial for personal growth and the advancement of society as a whole. Digging deeper also plays a significant role in problem solving and critical thinking. When faced with a challenge or a question, it is tempting to seek a quick solution or an easy answer. However, true problem solving requires a deeper analysis of the situation, identifying root causes, considering multiple perspectives, and exploring all possible solutions. By digging deeper into the problem, we are able to develop more effective and thoughtful strategies for overcoming obstacles. This is especially true in complex or multifaceted problems, where a surface-level solution is unlikely to address all aspects of the issue. In education, when students are encouraged to dig deeper into a subject, they develop skills that go beyond the specific content being taught. They learn how to think critically, analyze information, and make connections between ideas. These skills are valuable not only in academic settings, but also in everyday life in the workplace. The ability to think deeply and critically is essential for making informed decisions, solving problems, and adapting to change. Moreover, digging deeper can foster a genuine passion for learning. When we take the time to truly understand something, rather than just memorizing it for a test, we develop a deeper appreciation for the subject. This sense of curiosity and engagement fuels a love for learning that lasts a lifetime. When we allow ourselves to explore a topic in depth, we discover new insights, challenge our assumptions, and develop a more profound respect for the complexities of the world. In conclusion, digging deeper into knowledge is an essential practice that allows us to move beyond surface-level understanding and engage with the material in a meaningful way. It requires curiosity, critical thinking, and a willingness to question assumptions. By digging deeper, we gain a more comprehensive and nuanced understanding of the world around us, and we develop the skills needed to navigate complex challenges, foster innovation, and engage in lifelong learning. In a world where information is constantly evolving, digging deeper is the key to true knowledge and personal growth. In relationships, the concept of digging deeper holds profound significance. At first glance, relationships may seem to revolve around surface-level interactions, such as exchanging pleasantries, fulfilling obligations, or simply spending time together. However, the richness of human connection lies in the ability to go beyond these basic exchanges and engage with one another on a deeper emotional and intellectual level. Digging deeper in relationships means making a conscious effort to understand not only the other person's words, but also their emotions, intentions, and experiences. It is through this deeper understanding that we can build more meaningful, trusting, and authentic relationships that stand the test of time. One of the fundamental ways to dig deeper in relationships is through active listening. In our everyday conversations, it's easy to listen just enough to respond, rather than truly absorbing what the other person is saying. This type of listening, known as passive listening, often leads to misunderstandings, miscommunications, and feelings of disconnect. Active listening, on the other hand, requires us to focus entirely on the speaker, paying attention to both their words and their nonverbal cues. It involves not only hearing what is being said, but also trying to understand the underlying emotions and intentions behind those words. When we listen actively, we create space for the other person to feel seen and heard, which fosters trust and connection. Digging deeper in relationships also means moving beyond the surface level topics and engaging with more meaningful conversations. While discussing everyday events and sharing casual anecdotes is important, truly connecting with someone requires going beyond small talk. It's about asking questions that invite vulnerability and self-reflection, and offering our own authentic thoughts and feelings in return. These types of conversations allow both individuals to explore each other's values, dreams, fears, and desires. They help us understand what drives the other person and what they value most in life. By digging deeper in these conversations, we gain insight into what truly matters to the other person, which strengthens the bond between us. Another key aspect of digging deeper in relationships is empathy. Empathy involves understanding and sharing the feelings of another person, putting ourselves in their shoes and seeing the world from their perspective. When we make the effort to empathize with someone, we are able to understand not only their circumstances, but also the emotions and experiences that shape their reactions and decisions. This deeper emotional connection allows us to respond with greater compassion and support. For example, if a friend is going through a difficult time, it's easy to offer words of encouragement or sympathy. However, digging deeper involves listening to their struggles with an open heart, acknowledging their pain, and offering more than just surface level advice. It's about standing beside them in their vulnerability and providing a sense of emotional safety. In relationships, it's also essential to dig deeper into understanding each other's needs and expectations. People often assume that their partner, friend, or family member knows exactly what they need or expect from the relationship. However, these expectations are not always communicated clearly, which can lead to frustration and disappointment. By taking the time to dig deeper into each other's needs, whether emotional, physical, or practical, we can avoid misunderstandings and ensure that both parties feel valued and fulfilled. This requires open, honest conversations about what each person requires from the relationship and a willingness to compromise and adjust when necessary. Furthermore, digging deeper in relationships means acknowledging and addressing conflicts in a constructive manner. Conflicts are inevitable in any relationship, but how we approach them makes all the difference. Instead of avoiding or suppressing difficult emotions, digging deeper involves addressing the root causes of the conflict. It means understanding why we feel a certain way, exploring the underlying beliefs or past experiences that may be influencing our reactions, and seeking to resolve the issue in a way that respects both parties' needs and emotions. By digging deeper into the dynamics of the conflict, we are more likely to find solutions that strengthen the relationship rather than weaken it. In romantic relationships, digging deeper becomes even more crucial as intimacy and emotional connection are central to a strong partnership. In these relationships, it is vital to understand not only our partner's thoughts and feelings, but also their hopes, dreams, and fears. Relationships thrive when both partners feel deeply understood and accepted. Digging deeper in romantic relationships means nurturing that emotional closeness, creating a space where both individuals can be vulnerable without fear of judgment. It's about being willing to explore the complexities of one another's personalities, histories, and dreams for the future, and committing to grow together rather than apart. And the ability to dig deeper in relationships also enhances our capacity for forgiveness. People make mistakes, and sometimes these mistakes hurt those around them. When we dig deeper into a conflict or a betrayal, we can better understand the motivations and circumstances that led to the situation. This understanding doesn't necessarily excuse hurtful behavior, but it provides context and opens the door for healing. People in your life have the power to heal, but you have to provide space and opens the door for healing. Forgiveness requires us to look beyond the surface level hurt and to understand the person as a whole, recognizing their imperfections and human vulnerability. When we dig deeper into forgiveness, we free ourselves from the grip of resentment and create space for compassion and growth. Finally, digging deeper in relationships is about continuous learning and growth. No relationship is static, and as people evolve, so too do the dynamics between them. Digging deeper requires an ongoing commitment to understanding the changes in each other's lives, adjusting to new circumstances, and supporting one another through personal growth. This willingness to learn and adapt ensures that relationships remain vibrant and meaningful over time. In conclusion, digging deeper in relationships is an essential practice for cultivating strong, meaningful, and lasting connections. It requires active listening, empathy, open communication, and a willingness to address both the joys and challenges that come with human interaction. By digging deeper, we move beyond surface level exchanges and create relationships that are rich in understanding, trust, and emotional connection. These are the relationships that bring true fulfillment and provide the support we need to thrive in both the good times and the difficult moments. Digging deeper into societal issues is an essential practice for fostering meaningful change in the world around us. It's easy to view challenges like inequality, injustice, or environmental degradation as isolated problems that can be addressed with surface level solutions. However, when we take the time to explore the broader context of these issues, examining the underlying causes, historical factors, and interconnected systems that contribute to them, we gain a deeper understanding of their complexity. This deeper understanding is critical for formulating effective solutions that can address the root causes rather than just the symptoms of societal problems. One of the first steps in digging deeper into societal issues is questioning the dominant narratives that shape our understanding of these challenges. Often, the stories we are told about social problems are oversimplified, one-sided, or influenced by powerful interests. For example, issues like poverty, homelessness, and racial inequality are often framed in ways that place the blame on individuals, focusing on personal responsibility rather than addressing the structural and systemic factors that perpetuate these problems. By digging deeper and questioning these narratives, we can uncover the broader social, economic, and political forces that contribute to these issues. This helps us see the full picture and recognize that societal problems are not simply the result of individual choices, but are deeply embedded in the systems that shape our society. In order to dig deeper into societal issues, we must also consider their historical context. Many of today's social challenges have roots that go back centuries, and understanding this history is crucial for addressing them effectively. For example, racial inequality in many parts of the world is not a recent phenomenon, but is the result of centuries of colonialism, slavery, and segregation. The legacy of these historical injustices continues to shape the experiences of marginalized communities today. By examining history and its lasting effects, we gain a better understanding of how current social structures have been built upon systems of oppression and inequality. This deeper historical perspective allows us to challenge the assumptions and practices that continue to perpetuate these issues. Another crucial aspect of digging deeper into societal problems is recognizing the interconnectedness of different issues. Social problems like poverty, education inequality, climate change, and healthcare are not isolated from one another. They are all interconnected and influence each other in complex ways. For example, people living in poverty often have limited access to quality education, which in turn affects their ability to secure well-paying jobs and improve their economic circumstances. Additionally, environmental degradation disproportionately affects low-income communities and communities of color, who are more likely to live in areas that are exposed to pollution and climate disasters. By digging deeper into the connections between different societal issues, we can develop more comprehensive solutions that address multiple problems simultaneously. This holistic approach helps create more sustainable and lasting change. Digging deeper into societal issues also requires us to examine the role of power and privilege in shaping these problems. In any society, power dynamics, whether based on race, gender, class, or other factors, play a significant role in determining who has access to resources, opportunities, and decision-making power. Social problems are often exacerbated by these power imbalances, and those who are most affected by inequality are often the least empowered to change their circumstances. For example, marginalized groups may lack the political power or economic resources needed to advocate for their rights or challenge unjust systems. By recognizing the role of power and privilege, we can work to dismantle the structures that perpetuate inequality and advocate for greater equity and justice. Furthermore, digging deeper into societal issues involves listening to and amplifying the voices of those who are most affected by these problems. In many cases, the people who are directly impacted by social issues have valuable insights and solutions that are often overlooked by policymakers, media, and other powerful institutions. For example, community organizers, activists, and grassroots movements often have a deep understanding of the local challenges they face and can offer innovative solutions that are more effective than top-down approaches. By prioritizing the perspectives and experiences of those most affected by societal issues, we ensure that solutions are more inclusive, relevant, and responsive to the needs of the people they aim to help. Digging deeper into societal problems also means being willing to confront uncomfortable truths. It is often easier to accept simple solutions or avoid discussing difficult issues. But true change requires us to grapple with the complexity and discomfort that comes with addressing systemic injustice. For example, acknowledging the extent of racial inequality or the destructive impact of climate change may require us to confront our own complicity in these systems, whether through our consumption habits, our voting choices, or our participation in exploitative economic systems. By digging deeper and confronting these uncomfortable truths, we can begin to take responsibility for our role in perpetuating societal problems and work toward more meaningful solutions. Finally, digging deeper into societal issues requires us to take action. Awareness and understanding are crucial, but they must be accompanied by tangible efforts to create change. This might involve advocating for policy reforms, supporting grassroots organizations, engaging in community building, or making conscious choices in our daily lives to reduce our environmental impact or support social justice causes. Taking action means committing to long-term efforts to address the root causes of societal issues and pushing for the systemic changes needed to create a more just and equitable world. In conclusion, digging deeper into societal issues is essential for creating lasting, meaningful change. It requires us to question the dominant narratives, examine the historical and systemic causes of problems, and recognize the interconnectedness of social issues. By understanding the role of power and privilege, amplifying the voices of those most affected, confronting uncomfortable truths, and taking action, we can work toward solutions that address the root causes of societal problems. Digging deeper is not just about awareness. It's about translating understanding into meaningful action that fosters justice, equity, and sustainability for all. Digging deeper into personal goals and aspirations is a crucial aspect of achieving meaningful success in life. It goes beyond simply setting objectives or following a standard path. It involves reflecting on what truly motivates us, what our long-term vision is, and how we can align our actions with our core values. Many people go through life without fully understanding what drives them, often pursuing goals based on external pressures or societal expectations rather than their own intrinsic desires. However, when we dig deeper into our personal aspirations, we gain clarity about what we really want to achieve, the purpose behind our goals, and how to stay committed to our journey, even when challenges arise. The first step in digging deeper into personal goals is taking the time for introspection. Often we set goals based on what we think we should be doing or what others expect of us, but these external pressures can lead to a sense of dissatisfaction or burnout. To dig deeper, it's essential to take a step back and reflect on what we truly want in life. This involves asking ourselves deep questions. What brings me joy? What do I feel passionate about? What kind of impact do I want to have on the world? These questions help us uncover our authentic desires and aspirations, allowing us to create goals that are aligned with our true selves rather than conforming to societal expectations. When our goals are rooted in our passions, they are more likely to inspire and motivate us to take meaningful action. Additionally, digging deeper into personal goals involves examining the underlying reasons behind our aspirations. Often we set goals because they appear to be desirable or achievable, but we don't always ask ourselves why we want to achieve them. For instance, someone may set a goal to earn a high salary, but upon deeper reflection, they may realize that their true desire is not financial wealth, but the freedom and security that money can provide. Digging deeper into the why behind our goals allows us to identify the core values and needs that drive us. This understanding can help us refine our goals and make them more specific and meaningful. For example, if we want to be successful in a career, we might find that what we truly value is the ability to make a positive difference in others' lives, rather than just climbing the corporate ladder. By connecting our goals to deeper values, we create a sense of purpose that sustains our motivation and helps us navigate obstacles along the way. Another important aspect of digging deeper into personal goals is considering the long-term vision for our lives. It is easy to focus on short-term objectives or immediate rewards, but true fulfillment often comes from having a clear vision of the bigger picture. Digging deeper means thinking beyond the day-to-day tasks and considering the larger trajectory of our lives. Where do we see ourselves in 5, 10, or even 20 years? What legacy do we want to leave behind? Having a long-term vision allows us to make decisions today that align with our future goals. It also helps us stay focused and motivated, particularly during times when progress feels slow or when we face setbacks. A clear vision provides a sense of direction, guiding our actions and decisions in ways that lead us toward our ultimate aspirations. Equally important is understanding the relationship between our short-term and long-term goals. Often, we can become fixated on the big picture and overlook the smaller, incremental steps that are necessary to achieve it. Digging deeper means recognizing that personal growth is a process that requires patience, perseverance, and consistent effort. Every small goal or achievement is a stepping stone toward our larger aspirations. By breaking down our long-term goals into smaller, actionable steps, we make the process more manageable and less overwhelming. These smaller steps also allow us to track our progress, celebrate our successes, and adjust our approach if needed. It's through this continuous process of reflection, adjustment, and effort that we move closer to realizing our bigger dreams. Furthermore, digging deeper into personal goals requires us to examine potential obstacles or limiting beliefs that may hinder our progress. Often the biggest barriers to achieving our goals are not external, but internal. We may have fears, doubts, or negative self-beliefs that prevent us from taking action or pushing through challenges. By digging deeper into these internal obstacles, we can identify the underlying causes and work on addressing them. This might involve challenging our limiting beliefs, confronting fears of failure, or developing greater self-confidence. Recognizing and overcoming these internal barriers is crucial for personal growth and success, as it allows us to take bold steps toward our goals without being held back by fear or self-doubt. Another important aspect of digging deeper into personal goals is the willingness to embrace failure and setbacks as part of the process. It's easy to become discouraged when things don't go as planned, but success rarely comes without challenges. Digging deeper means understanding that failure is not a reflection of our abilities, but rather a natural part of the journey toward growth and achievement. Each setback offers an opportunity to learn, adapt, and improve. By embracing failure as a valuable teacher, we can build resilience and perseverance, which are essential qualities for achieving long-term success. When we view obstacles as stepping stones rather than roadblocks, we are more likely to stay committed to our goals and keep pushing forward, even in the face of adversity. Moreover, digging deeper into personal goals requires us to cultivate a growth mindset. This mindset is the belief that our abilities and intelligence can be developed through hard work, dedication, and learning. People with a growth mindset view challenges as opportunities to grow rather than as threats to their self-worth. By adopting this mindset, we become more open to taking risks, trying new things, and pushing ourselves beyond our comfort zones. This mindset is particularly important when pursuing ambitious goals, as it allows us to stay motivated and focused even when faced with difficulties or setbacks. In conclusion, digging deeper into personal goals and aspirations is a transformative practice that can lead to greater fulfillment, success, and personal growth. By reflecting on our true desires, examining the underlying motivations behind our goals, and creating a long-term vision, we ensure that our actions are aligned with our authentic values. Additionally, by breaking down our goals into manageable steps, addressing internal barriers, and embracing failure as part of the process, we set ourselves up for success. Digging deeper into our goals helps us gain clarity, stay focused, and stay committed to the journey of personal growth, ultimately leading to the achievement of our most meaningful aspirations.